Ring the bell.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Slam Society, and welcome to my review show here of the Raw After WrestleMania. I'm your host, Karlifornia, here, trying to dress a little bit Judgment Day inspired for Damian Priest. How I bought this thing off the internet and I thought it would look a bit different. It doesn't look too bad, but it looks a little Damian Priest, doesn't it? Anyway, so the Raw After WrestleMania. I assume this is from Wells Fargo. Shall I double check? Raw After Mania venue. Let's see. Oh, God. You can't just go on a website without it being like, can you please disable your ad blocker? Shut up. Shut up. Oh, I don't know. Yes, it was the Wells Fargo Center. Thank you. Thank you. Apparently they broke another record here. 17th consecutive TV sellout for WWE. We open with Triple H. He's making his entrance, and I'm thinking to myself, this is just massive right now. A few years ago, I thought that there was no hope that this thing would ever turn around. What do you know? Vince is gone. Hunter's in. Now he's finally in properly. Vince is gone for good. This just feels massive. There's a thank you, Hunter chant, and he brings out Cody Rhodes after thanking the fans himself. Cody gets shown a video package from the boss, Paul Levesque. Then Cody kind of pans to Samantha, the ring announcer at ringside. Beautiful smile on her as he asks her to announce him once again as the world champion. Talks about being destined to beat Roman, gives Roman his props, talks about what is your why in this business, etc. Next thing you know, if you smell, doom, ba-da-ba-doom. I gotta fast forward that 3-4 minutes of him walking slowly to the ring, but I did not expect The Rock to be here. There's an Undertaker chant, a Rocky sucks chant, shut the F up chants. Nearing 30 minutes into the show, The Rock is a lot of things, but sucks isn't one of them. That's a throwback to the Nation of Domination. Rock got such good heat here, boys and girls out there. The Rock said the F word, which got past the censors. Rock and Cody exchange putting their belts, well, putting their belts up in the air, right? Then Rock asked Cody to hold his title. Rock puts it over his shoulder as Cody's holding the People's Championship. And the fans chanted, "This is awkward," and The Rock said, "This just kind of feels right." And Cody kind of pulled a face, and I'm like, what an absolute bastard. He's slightly trying to ruin the moment for Cody here. Rock talks about having to go away for a while. We get 40 minutes into the show. This has been something, though. I've been on the edge of my seat seeing these two go back and forth. When The Rock is coming back, he's coming back for you. And bro, that's time. I like that. Cody said that he'll be happy to wait for him. The story ended with Roman, Cody, but ours has only just begun. Then Cody brings up the fact that The Rock is the boss. Technically, he's on the board, so Cody's his champion. He gave Cody something in his hand and said, "Don't ever break my heart again." I don't know what it was. Rumors are it was a Rolex watch. 45 minutes in, this segment was over. One thing that could be confusing to some people out there that are casual fans, Cody's in the ring talking about being the world champion. And then we cut to the Judgment Day walking into the building and them talking about Damian Priest, the world champion, is here. That's kind of confusing, isn't it? I don't know. It doesn't make a big deal, but it's not a big deal, but I just think maybe they need to think about that. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to skim through the rest of this because, look, I've given you guys a whole heap of coverage this week, and I deserve to finally sail off to the sunset from WrestleMania week because I'm going to Ballarat tomorrow, and I'm going to be at StarCast Down Under. Shinsuke Nakamura takes on Ilya Dragunov in his Raw debut. Now people get to find out about Ilya as he doesn't defend the NXT Championship, but he shows what he's capable of here. It was a great match, highlighting Ilya and how good he is in the ring. Got a big win here. Good stuff. Bit concerning for Shinsuke though. Is he in that spot now to be the guy that cops the loss to a debutant from NXT? Drew McIntyre shows up looking dead in his eyes, and the Judgment Day looks stoked as they're walking around backstage. Damian Priest looking schmick in that suit, bro. Come back from commercial, the Judgment Day are in the ring. Finn says that the fans are all wrong. Dom goes to talk. He gets huge heat. He gets drowned out as he's trying to introduce Rhea. She gets on the mic, says her bit, introduces Damian Priest. Truth gets in the ring as Rhea and Damian are holding their belt up. This is in the thumbnail. Truth gets in the ring and holds up his tag title at the same time, which was absolutely hilarious. Then Truth's talking about the fact that there's another member of the team. And he's talking about bringing in another member of the Judgment Day. And I think it's hilarious when they go from that and they cut to the Miz, the way he's walking out to his stupid theme song. And it's like, if R-Truth wasn't annoying enough, imagine having to deal with this guy as he's walking out there. Miz says he does not want to be in the Judgment Day. Truth talks about having a 6-man tag when they get challenged by Finn Balor, and says that the man who can't be seen, which Miz assumes is Jimmy, will be their tag partner. We come back from commercial after the Awesome Truth were attacked going into commercial, and Dominic, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor were taking on Awesome Truth in what appeared to be a handicap match. Was quite impressed with the Miz hitting a springboard crossbody. He's still in great shape, still moving quickly. Awesome Truth got cooking, but then we got some heat on Awesome Truth. Then, just as things looked bad for Awesome Truth, John Cena's theme hit. And I was like, I can't believe this. But you kind of knew this was coming. Cena got tagged in. JD cops the comeback. R-Truth does it too. You know, the proto bomb into the 5-knuckle shuffle, as well as the Miz. So technically a 15-knuckle shuffle. Then 3 attitude adjustments for the win. I was laughing my ass off at how entertaining this was. This is the way WWE do their stuff. And if you don't like it, you can watch the other product, the other company that does the opposite. Bronson does a promo talking about being the Andre the Giant winner. Not much to add there. Dominic was complaining that he didn't think Cena was going to come out to Rhea backstage. She tells him he has to deal with Andrade. As he goes off to deal with Andrade, Liv Morgan attacks Rhea, throwing a chair at her head, which looked nasty. And this looks like the next feud for Rhea Ripley, which I think makes sense. Dominic checks on her. And this is just a horrible night for the Judgment Day after they're supposed to be so happy with what transpired at WrestleMania. Then the camera just turned and started walking, and it walked all the way to the ring from backstage in a different kind of spot than usual. That was very cool. I love seeing this new stuff now that Kevin Dunn is gone. As we got to the ring, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae were in the ring. And Roxanne Perez's theme song played. So the NXT Women's Champion is debuting here on Raw. They do have an interesting past when Roxanne Perez lost the NXT Championship because she had to vacate it. Indy Hartwell ended up becoming the next champion, and Roxanne was never able to beat her to win that title back. So I knew Roxanne would impress. I do think that it would have been better, though, if they showed a vignette of these people, Ilya and Roxanne, before they make their debut, to explain who they are beforehand, because, again, not everybody watches NXT, even though I would scream from the rooftops that everybody should, because, bro, NXT is my favorite product right now. Anyway, I knew Candice would do something to cost Indy, and she did after she interfered, and Roxanne hit Pop Rocks to win. So nice showing for the NXT debutantes. If this were the Vince era, you know what would have happened there. Sami Zayn shows up, and he and Jay are proud of each other for what they accomplished at WrestleMania, even though Neither of them should have won their match. Watch our WrestleMania reviews to find out why. Roxanne Perez is backstage walking, and dude, I had to burst into laughter because she's walking backstage proud of herself. And the next thing you see, these two massive norks just pop into the camera shot. It was Natalia, of course, but they were right out there, dude. Come on. Everyone who watched that thought the exact same thing. She's going to see Roxanne on NXT tomorrow. So there you go. Better hype for NXT. Next, we get Sami Zayn cutting a promo in the ring, proud of winning the title, proud that he was able to defeat Gunther, who was the best IC champ of all time. Imperium interrupt. Ludwig, very entertaining on the microphone, congratulates him and congratulates the crowd because finally someone who looks like you is a champion. And look at this man. He looks like a bum. They're about to attack Sami when Chad Gable comes out to side with Sami. We get a little promo video stating Sheamus will be back soon. And we get the tag team match. I'm not going to go through these matches too, detailed, but Kaiser's done a great job becoming a real heat seeker there in WWE on Raw. Excuse me. I do hope one day Imperium beat Awesome Truth for the tag titles. They've been on that main roster for a while, and they should have been tag team champions by now, as far as I'm concerned. Now the belts are split, they should win the belts at some stage. I'm kind of sick of baby faces going over here, but it was obvious after the Helluva kick, we got the Chaos Theory from Gable, and it was over. Red Rover, let's move forward. Andrade shakes the hands of all the GMs. It appears Andrade might be moving to Monday Night Raw. I thought he was already on Raw. I don't know. Chelsea Green walks in to the shot complaining about not being on WrestleMania. Sucks, man, but if only they would do that women's battle royal on the pre-show and the men's as well. I don't see why we can't do that. And I want to know what is going on with Nick Aldis. He's been the GM for a while. I thought this might be leading somewhere, but he's just the GM. Is he just not resting again or what? Because I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. Anyway, whatever you got to do to have longevity in the business, I suppose. Chelsea Green is out next, looking good as per usual. And speaking of looking good, she doesn't know who her opponent is, but it happens to be Jade Cargill. Chelsea's very upset over this situation. Gotta say, man, Jade Cargill, when they do those close-ups of her, you're like, man, she looks good. She has no flaws, not even like a blemish anywhere. As Chelsea was complaining, she turned around into a pump kick from Jade, and then Jaded ended the match very quickly. Nice squash match. Poor Chelsea Green. Look, she'll be there for a long time, man. She's too entertaining to get rid of. Alpha Academy were backstage clowning around. Sami Zayn rocks up and offers a title shot to Chad Gable for next week in Montreal. So, okay, not bad. Here comes Drew McIntyre, though. He's storming out there for the main event here. Not in a happy mood. Had no idea that there was a four-way for the number one contendership for the world title, so I don't know if they were advertising it earlier and I didn't notice. I don't know. Maybe I was skimming through the show and missed it, but I think they should have been kind of advertised at the beginning of the show. I'm sure it was, but I was just in my own world, maybe. Drew storms out, talks about how he was world champion for 5 minutes and 46 seconds. That was the length he held the belt, and he said it was 5 minutes longer than most of you will last in bed, or whatever he was. It's just stupid. 5 minutes longer than most of you last in bed. Then he talks about losing the belt to a bondage Undertaker. Drew did a great job being really pissed off here. Jey Uso interrupted, and the other combatants were Bronson Reed and Ricochet. Not sure if Ricochet really earned this spot, but I haven't been watching the weekly TV. But each their own. I mean, Ivar came second in the Battle Royal. I would have put him in there over Ricochet. Any hooser. Convenient dive onto a pile of people by Ricochet. Probably the only thing I didn't like about the match. Bronson put Jay through a table. We got a This Is Awesome chant because they really were going for it in this. They got a bit of time. It was non-stop action. The spot of the match and show clearly was Ricochet doing a 450 splash springboard off the top rope to the outside onto Bronson Reed through the announce table. Insane. That was insane. Those two are definitely going to be working together on WWE Speed. Anyway, Drew McIntyre, the smoke clears. Drew sees right ahead of him Jey Uso ready to cop the Claymore, excuse me. 3, 2, 1. As he goes to run, he can't move. He looks down, camera pans down, and there's CM Punk holding his foot, smiling so wide, laughing. Dude, hilarious. It was a funny visual right there. Drew can't believe it. He cops a kick to the head, goes down. Jey Uso off the top rope, hits the big splash, and Jey Uso becomes number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship that Damian Priest is holding, which I thought was surprising. And I thought, yeah, not sure if and I really wasn't happy with Jay's match with Jimmy at WrestleMania, but we'll see how it goes. You know, Damian needs a good opponent for his first title defense. Anyway, there we have it. I would say that Raw, I'll give that about 7.5 out of 10. I had fun. The Rock was there. Cena was there. CM Punk was there. We got some twists and turns. We got some fun backstage stuff. We got some debuts. Nothing to complain about too much there. Anyway, to finish off the final review here of WrestleMania week, I'm going to look at 5 tweets that I dug up on Twitter. And the first one comes from Colonel Kitchass. For some reason, it feels like the belt lost its value 10 times with Rhodes. What? Dude, give it a second. What did you want to happen, Roman, to keep holding the belt? Like, dude, do you not realize how angry people were last year when Rhodes lost? It had to end at some point, dude. You can't just keep it going forever. Who did you want to beat him for? Who? I'll wait. Next tweet from, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Malangu Slim K. It's not been 48 hours and I'm already bored with this. If the Chief don't show up on SmackDown this week, I'm also gone. I'll be back when the Tribal Chief return. Dude, get a grip. Get a grip. He was barely even there from week to week. So what were you doing? Like just clamoring for him all the time and he was never there? Like, get a grip, bro. It's funny how some of these people think. This guy, DGen Media, who I was quite negative on a tweet he made, I think about WWE Speed. But he said something that made me laugh here. John Cena has completed the WWE and is just doing side missions. And he shared a video of Cena making the return to help Awesome Truth. So I thought that was quite funny. Tweet number 4 from the Covalent TV. It's just a tweet of Kathy Kelly. And I had to show it because when I saw it, my jaw dropped because I can't believe that there's someone on this planet as gorgeous as that. Whew. Unbelievable, dude. And the final tweet, the one that annoyed me the most. Noah Gilberto, 19. Noah Gilbert is his name. Raw After Mania. Hashtag WWE Raw. Tonight had 47 minutes of wrestling on a 3-hour show. I'm so glad there are alternatives to this crap. Noah, I don't know if you know what company you're looking at and you're watching here. I don't know if it's news to you that this is what it's all about and this is what it's like. But at some point, you have to get the fuck over it, dude. Get the fuck over it. I'm sorry, mate, but Jesus Christ. Like, we know that they do this. They do a lot of promos. They do a lot of backstage stuff. Wrestling, unfortunately, is the least important part about wrestling. And if you want the longer matches, you'll get them on the PLEs. What is the big deal? 47 minutes is enough. Like, what do you want? An hour and a half of wrestling? Like, dude, it gets fucking boring after a while. Seeing match after match after match after, well, you just want cold matches, or you want them to keep building to stuff. This whole take people have on pro wrestling needing to have the show mostly be wrestling matches. Well, I wonder why the ratings are in the gutter for AEW. This is what it's like. More story brings in more eyeballs. That's just the way it is. I don't expect a casual fan to sit there through a 20-minute match. They're not going to. They're going to sit there and watch a 45-minute promo with The Rock in the ring because The Rock will bring eyeballs, and the verbiage and everything that they do is going to garner ratings, and they're going to keep getting those sellout crowds. It's just unbelievable that these takes are still happening. Stop watching it then. Just go watch AEW. Go watch TNA. They do heaps of wrestling on their weekly show as well. Go watch them. If you don't like this, hell easy, bro. Instead of constantly whinging and complaining about it, just get with the program, bro. This is what WWE is. World Wrestling Entertainment. Thank you for joining me here for WrestleMania week. Thanks to Jooseyboy for his efforts as well with Ring of Honor, WrestleMania, and you know, just being there to help out. We are headed, bro. Me and Monet, the boss of the Slam Society, we are headed to Ballarat tomorrow. We will be getting a whole heap of content from Starcast Down Under and all of the little events and all the big events that will be taking place during that time. It is super exciting, and this could be a really big thing for the Slam Society here, brother. So thank you all again for joining me for WrestleMania week. I'm Karlifornia. Guess what? We will see you down the road. Thank you.